Joining me now to reflect on the anniversary of D-Day, son of President Ronald Reagan and president of the Reagan Legacy Foundation, Michael Reagan. Thank you so much for joining us today. It's a pleasure to have you.
Thank you for having me. It was 39 years ago today. My father was the first president to ever speak at Normandy, France on D-Day, and only one president since Ronald Reagan has not gone to Normandy to speak on D-Day, and you can guess who that might be.
Unbelievable. It is just such an atrocity and so sad to all of the people who fought for our country. You know, I believe D-Day serves as a powerful reminder of the atrocities committed by a totalitarian regime and highlights the need to be vigilant in defending liberty. Michael, what message do you have for our fellow Americans and viewers as we reflect on and remember this historic day?
Well, you know, I learned about my father, and I write a book about it, lessons my father taught me. And one of the first lessons he taught me was sitting in the right front seat of a station wagon riding out to a ranch on a given Saturday morning after he picked me up from my mom, and regaling me with the songs of the Army, the Navy, the Marine Corps, the Coast Guard, and telling me stories about the greatness of America and the greatness of her military, and telling me stories about D-Day and all that happened that day. That's how I started learning about America. And too often, we count on others to tell the story to our own children instead of us sitting our children down and telling them the story of America, the greatness of America. We're in a battle now. We're in a war now bigger than what happened back 79 years ago. It's a battle for our children. It's a battle for America. It's a battle for people to grow up loving America, loving what we've done, not only for us, but what we've done for the world. And it's incumbent upon us to be able to do that, to sit our children down, as my father sat me down. And that's why I wrote the book, wow. Lessons My Father Taught Me.
Oh, that's incredible. I love that so much. And, you know, I think D-Day truly exemplifies the strength and resilience that, you know, is needed to be successful in our country. And I wish more people would recognize that and remember that today. It seems like those values are just sort of fading away in this sad world that we're living in. Would you agree?
I go to Normandy. Geez, I've been to Normandy probably about 8 or 9 or 10 times. I was there last year. I'll probably go next year again to Normandy, France, to St. Mary Église. What's sad is I was asked to raise the flag at the American Cemetery at Normandy back about 8 years ago. And I was playing golf with a young man, 25 years of age. And I was telling him I was leaving the next day for France. And the next day after that, I was going to Normandy to raise the American flag at the American Cemetery. And this young man looked at me and said, "Why is there an American cemetery at Normandy, France?" He had absolutely no clue why there was an American cemetery at France. And I almost cried on the golf course. I ended up just saying, "Did you believe D-Day is when your report card came home?" Because it just really so upset me. They was never aware. Nobody ever told him, why is there an American cemetery at Normandy, France? Why are there so many bodies buried there? And what have you? And it's so important, the education that we can give our children. You know, take them to an American cemetery in the United States and let them look at the crosses and let them look at the menorahs and let them look at that and explain to them what these people have done and what they did and are still willing to do. If you're looking to do a little thing, you know, one of the things I do on occasions is I fly business or first class. If a military person gets on board in uniform, I get up and give him my seat. And I sit in his seat or her seat. Yeah. You won't believe the reaction you will get from those people on the plane and what have you when you do simple little thing. I'm giving you my seat in business class and I'm taking your seat. Little things you can do to say thank you.
For all our viewers asking where One America News is heading in the future, we would like to introduce you to OAN Live. OAN Live is the best way to stay up to date on all of the hard-hitting, straight-shooting, national and international headlines. And the best part is, OAN Live is only $4.99 per month. All the credible, honest, unbiased reporting One America News offers at a fraction of the cost of cable. Just go to OANN.com to easily sign up for OAN Live and stay informed.